Hey guys, my name's Shawn Bassett, owner of Attacking the Clock Racing, and this is our 1976 Toyota Celica. The thought process behind this car, because we historically build full race cars specifically for Time Attack and Pikes Peak, we really wanted to challenge ourselves with a all Toyota project, maybe like something that Toyota Skunk Works was working on, and it needed to be all Toyota themed, 70s inspired, modern, kind of mix of a lot of things, and this is kind of what I came up with. And the thought process too is to have everything not at 10, just a tick over, and have everything at 11, just a little overdone, but very tasteful, and a lot of things you probably wouldn't know are there, but the driver really feels all of those things on 11. So with the front, it's a full custom, aero package on the car. It's a little 70s inspired, but also it's my style with, flares and things like that. It is full carbon fiber, even though we painted it. You can see just on the car, there's just a little bit of carbon fiber peeking out right there. And that's just a little hint to tell you that this thing is full carbon fiber. On the bumper, I wanted to do a little different as well, because we do all of our own composites in-house. And I wanted to use a big checkered weave on the car. I think that kind of has like a racing heritage look to it. It's not something I normally do, but I think it fits the car really well. And then with our racing background, we integrated air ducts to feed the oil coolers on the car. Yeah, I think it's tasteful. You probably wouldn't know they're there, but there's a lot of functionality in all of this as well. You can probably see there's a lot of stacks happening there. The car has a V12. And this, I'll show you the V12. You might be wondering, since it's all Toyota themed, what V12 is this? This is a 1GZ FE out of a Toyota Century. It's essentially Toyota's equivalent to a Rolls-Royce. It's just a really big engine because Japanese executives wanted something that would compete with a Rolls-Royce, and Rolls-Royce put V12s in their big cars, and here we go. They're very lazy engines. They make about 270 horsepower. This is a full built motor, makes about 700 NA horsepower, so it's a bit rowdy. But yeah, we had all these stacks machined. We wanted something that was really, really pretty and tasteful in the car. I think we nailed it on that. Yeah, so if you want to move down the car, we have some very, very rare BBS E55 wheels, and you'll notice a huge center lock nut. So this car, that's where the 11 is, right? So it's got center lock conversion on it. These were really tricky to do. These wheels are brand new. This is a 70s wheel that is new old stock from BBS. They are pretty difficult to acquire, but they fit the car perfectly. Behind the wheel, we have some massive custom Willwood brakes on the car that are color matched. Just a really nice touch. Can't really see them, but that's where that 11 comes back. One of my favorite things are actually these mirrors. These are vintage racing mirrors from the 70s. Essentially, this is the aftermarket mirror that they ran on Ford GT40s, pretty much everything. But then we made it in our carbon fiber, big checkered weave, and just kind of fit the bill. This is exactly the mirror that they ran in the 70s on the Toyota race cars. You notice the car is like very slick. There's no side markers, there's no antenna, there's no wipers, there's no door handles. It's just really, really smooth. There's so much work in the bodywork to make it look like that's how it's supposed to be. For me, I think I wanted to call attention to cooler things than side markers and stuff like that. You can go and find, the rare, parts from Japan for those, but for me, I think it was just about cleaning up the car and making it more about business and not having so much clutter on the outside of the car. That's what we would do on a race car. We'd take all those things off anyway, so I think I'm used to taking all of those things. So this is the interior. Like I said, I wanted a stripped down race car, but I also wanted everything you touch feel really good, right? This is, all leather. It's out of actually the same materials they use on a Lamborghini Urus. I didn't pick it because it was Lamborghini. I picked it out of a book because I thought it looked really good. It's got a slight distress to it, and I don't know, I thought it fit the bill. You can see our Speedhut gauges, very nice. I kind of wanted, again, what would Toyota have done in a Skunk Works program? I think they would have highlighted the tachometer and the speedometer. I will say, as using Speedhut for the first time, and I'll use you guys as much as I possibly can, doing the custom gauges on your custom builder was so easy. I've actually had a lot of people ask me, how did you guys do that for me? And I was like, well, anybody can do it. You just go on the website and you drop your logos in and spread them out and get them however you wanted. But I wanted subtle touches to it, just basically driver focusing on the 2 gauges in front of us. We also have our dual gauges on the side where it tells you oil pressure and oil temperature and water and all those things like that. But if you notice, we're running vintage rally clocks, which is essentially old school lap timers. You know, you click it and things like that. But I wanted those gauges to kind of flow really well with the dash clocks. And I think that does a real good job of keeping things clean, simple, but I think right for the build. One of the things that's different about this car is it's got an automatic transmission in it. And you're probably like, oh, automatic transmission, this car's too cool for an automatic transmission. That said, this is where the modern part comes back into it. It's got 3 pedals. So how does an automatic car have 3 pedals? On a 8 HP, you can modulate the clutch pack. So you can put it in drive, or you can sequentially shift it, but you can also change gears if you wanted to with the clutch pedal, or you can clutch kick it, you can push the clutch in and rev it up just like a manual car. Best of both worlds. We race cars and there's nothing faster than sequentially shifted automatic car or a dual clutch transmission car. That's just the reality of it. But we still wanted to give you that driver feel if you wanted of clicking through gears and working clutch and stuff like that. But the reality is if you're gonna drive to Cars and Coffee, you're probably gonna put it in drive. We've got carbon fiber seats. They're actually, the backs are color matched to the British Racing Green on the car. We've got a roll cage, just all hand stitched leather. It's absolutely stunning. Looks great. It's got some creature comforts, but we want to keep it civil, I guess, inside. So towards the back of the car, you can see we have our Focal speakers. Again, we went with a really nice high-end sound system. You're not going to see a head unit in the car because it's all Bluetooth operated. We didn't want a head unit to take away from the aesthetics of the inside of the car. But if you peek in, you can see our cantilever setup. So we have a full Moton suspension with custom cantilever in the car. Again, everything's on 11, but Moton is the exact same suspension we use all in our race car builds. And I thought it'd be a fun way to add a nice little window and show off some suspension that you don't really normally see on a car. We've got our JDM taillights. So this is off of an earlier 1st gen. We definitely think that these taillights look better than the taillights that have come on the car. These are pretty tricky to do, but there's a little bit of a party trick on this car. So on the 76, they moved the gas cap to the quarter panel, but on the earlier cars, the gas cap was back here. And most people will just attach this panel and not have it hinge anymore. We still kept the hinging feature, but our party trick is we have air jacks on the car. So this is the Lance where you plug in and the car comes up on air jacks. Because it's a center lock car and it'll be easier to change the wheels out on air jacks. Well, that's our little car. Thanks for this little tour. I really appreciate Speedhut for helping me out on this. I think the gauges are perfect. You can find me on Instagram at Shawn B26. You can also find my race shop, Attacking the Clock Racing, on Facebook and Instagram as well. We'll see you at the next one.